Well, I was fortunate enough to get into a run with Athene and Swifty, and I'll tell you guys, I had the best time ever. This is a short scene from that run. That's pretty cool.
I got it perfect.
Now, let me show you this gear here. There, that's the old school stuff.
Damn!
That's
My God.
the stuff from my level 63, like, first video ever.
Well,
Well,
that's old school, man.
oh yeah. You know what's great about games like this is we're all on different corners of the earth, and we're all able to be in the same game. Isn't that unbelievable?
That is awesome, man.
It's all about the games.
It is all about the game.
Dude, everybody's like, he's got a Thunder Fury! Oh my god!
I wish I was reading. I'm not on the live stream. I should have logged on, but I had a hard time finding it last time. I find it easier on the Themes channel than yours, Swifty.
Just go to learntopvp.com
Yeah.
and watch them both at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
learnpvp.com. And we can put yours there too.
Oh, I'll do that today. We'll put Hobbs up there and your YouTube channel.
I'm going to have many more moments from these runs that we did together in our future videos, but for now we're going to focus on Ragnaros. Hey guys, Hobbs here, on Ragnaros. This is phase 1. We're going to lead with the DK tank. Anytime Ragnaros is up, we as tanks need to be conscious about the burning wound debuff. We normally switch at 3 stacks back and forth. We can sometimes ride it out to 5, but then it is a bit harder on our healers. Everybody needs to be spread out because he's going to randomly knock someone back, and anyone within 6 yards also going to take additional damage. Now watch us in melee range. We're all going to get knocked back, so all the healers in the range obviously need to stand back so they don't get hit and it interrupts their casting. Now see behind me, he's going to smash his hammer down, his sulfur smash, and it creates these waves that come out from it. You don't want to be to the left and the right and behind that. I can stand comfortably underneath the handle of the hammer and not get hit, as you've seen. Sometimes he knocks you back into the waves, so I'm conscious of that if the hammer's coming down to my left or right. It's important for melee to be aware that when it's coming down, the waves may come, and it's a random effect for him to knock you back from time to time, so you don't want to get knocked back into the waves. Now keep an eye on the bottom left-hand corner. See our druid there? He's getting a trap formed on him. When that trap gets activated there, if anybody stands within it, it's going to knock them up in the air. It's going to blast players within 8 yards away. Now you could leave this trap up for the entirety of the fight, but the problem is you're going to run out of room. What we do is we wait for everybody to be at full health, then we drop someone like our priest in this example up in the air who can levitate down, or sometimes we use our warlock who can teleport down. Both doing this to avoid additional fall damage. So we rinse and repeat this throughout the first stage, people not standing in fire, some of them standing in fire to activate traps. The tanks have to be reminded to stay within melee range of Ragnaros, otherwise he's going to hit them really hard. So we stay within this range. A little bit further back he's got quite a large hitbox. Now we continue this until we get to intermission. Which on intermission we watch this clip of Hobbs planking in Stormwind. Wait a minute, it's not that type of intermission. Now on this stage Minions of Fire, which always starts when Ragnaros hits 70%, you'll notice in the bottom right hand corner there the splitting blow effect. It happens in 1 of 3 spots, the middle, the left, or the right, and we have different people assigned to different Sons of Flame that we DPS down. I'm going to hammer adjust this as soon as he appears so that way I can stun him and do my weak DPS on him. Now when he hits below 50%, he is majorly slowed, which is a huge advantage because once this Sons of Flame gets to where the splitting blow was, because Ragnaros' hammer is now lodged there, that will cause a major AoE if any of these guys hits the hammer there you see in the distance. Ragnaros is submerged for this phase, and he will come up whenever all the Sons of Flame are destroyed, or within 45 seconds, whichever comes first. Here we all stack to the left, and you'll see we've got some markers, the green and the purple. Those come important later on during this phase. There he continues to do his sulfurous smash, and he continues to do, the lava waves. There's no more traps during this phase, and no more knockbacks during this phase. But there is another ability called Molten Seed now, which casts on each player, does damage at the point of impact, and 10 seconds later major AoE damage. That's why we're stacking on the purple point. Here we AoE heal, pop cooldowns, And these elementals, we need to tank an AoE down. Plus, we got to stand out of fire there. Engulfing Flame also casts at a random 1/3 of the floor space. Unfortunately, the floor space was just where we were standing. Now, after the ads are dead, I'm going to pull aggro off Miranda because I unfortunately left him to 5 stacks. We now spread out on the right because the same process is going to happen again, but this time we're going to move left and ball up where the green marker is. You're going to see this next Engulfing Flame is actually in the far back, so it avoids us quite easily. So one change we've made throughout this fight, last time when I showed you our 3% wipe, we had 3 healers, plenty of DPS, but this time we're 2 healing it, 1 extra DPS, so now we only have to go through 3 Molten Seed stages instead of 4. Which in turn means less damage for our healers to heal through, which gets Ragnaros quicker to 40%, which gets us to our second intermission. After several hours of planking practice, I've moved my skill level up to Lich King status, hoping that in time I'll be able to do current progression in planking. Second intermission actually starts when Ragnaros hits 40%. Splitting Blow dropped in the same location. The only difference is now there's lava scions that each of the 2 tanks have to pick up. We still have to keep our eye on the Sons of Flame though, and I still am responsible of slowing one of them down. I scrolled my camera above so I can easily target this Son of Flame because sometimes if the Scion's right on you, it's hard to actually target it. We get him to 50% because we want that last Son of Flame to be alive as long as possible to prolong this stage, so now we have popped Heroism so that we can focus on these 2 Lava Scions. You'll also notice that the players will randomly get Blazing Heat on them, which when they run, they leave a trail of fire behind them. This trail does damage to you, but also if the Lava Scions or the Son of Flames pass through this trail, it will actually heal them. Now I've slowed this portion down. See, Drainian's got the Blazing Flame on him. I'm about to pick up Ragnaros because he's emerging, and I'm kind of stuck now to the left. Now, I hope during this phase that my healers are within range. We have now entered 3rd phase, so he's still going to hit his hammer down. You're still going to see the lava waves. You'll see that we have our 1 Lava Scion almost dead. My plan is to take the 3 stacks of the Burning Wound, and when Miranda pulls it off me, I'm going to run left around here because I won't be taking hits from Rag anymore, and I'm going to run around to the right where I can be more in the center and closer to healers. In phase 3, there are no more Molten Seeds, so we don't stack to the left or right like we did before, otherwise this would be either perfect or more of a nuisance. Now I'm about to escape, but you'll see here he does drop an Engulfing Flame right in my path. So here I am trapped. Miranda's already pulled the boss off me, but you'll see that finally the Blazing Heat line disappears. You'll see now that the first living meteor has been cast. It's fixated itself to one of our players. We normally now try to pull them off to the sides or the corners so that they're not trampling over other players. Eventually the players can't run it any further, so they hit the meteor, which knocks it back and it fixates upon another player. And this repeats. More meteors get added to the fight. So Ragnaros is actually dead when he hits 10%, and right now we're at 21%. We're just going to carry on avoiding the meteorites, healing, keeping focus on which people they're on. The lines between the player and the meteor helps keep you focused on which way they're going. And here near the end, someone hits this last meteor to my right, which turns directions immediately. I die bad. Oh, good. Ragnaros is dead too. We lost our 2 tanks and 1 DPS there within the last 30 seconds of him dying. Now the bow went to our hunter, the trinket went to a pug, and the helm went to our boomkin druid. Now that completes all my boss guides in regular mode. You'll see them all clickable to the left. When we do them in heroic, I'll just state the differences so they won't be as long. If you missed my last video, you'll see it playing as from Balerock, and I do have one additional link to Console Crusader's channel. He's got some excellent guides for those tanks out there on gemming, talent trees, enchanting. So if you are a paladin tank, it's definitely worth a look through. Make sure you're subscribed so when you click on my subscriptions underneath your username, you'll be the first to know when I bring out my next video. Thanks again, till next time. All those hours of planking finally paid off. We've reached the level of planking in front of Ragnaros. Oh wait, never mind, it's a wipe.